This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, well.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, the Cleveland Clinic, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And abuse me, I leave them with the brown. The work goes by so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. A gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them work just slap them in them face. Why are yes, you are your crew can go to well. Cause after we know under you colonial spell, and all those false doctrine that you compel. Hey, and all those books you stole away, all those kids you led astray. Wait on your judgment day. Bobby wrong, me bona fire pan a weekend. Babylon and them fitter coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me bona fire pan a weekend. Babylon and them fitter coulda never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me,
you got it logged and loaded to the Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and company right up until 6 p.m. It is a Tuesday, so you know we're going to go live to Grand Bahama in short order on the flip side of the break. It is the Freeport Report each and every Tuesday. You know you got a special supplement in The Guardian, live from Grand Bahama. You definitely got to check that out, and we will be chopping it up with Sarah Kirkby and Darren Cooper when we get into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. But like I said, the lines will be open. You can chime in, and here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. BTC Flow Channel 612. Cable Channel 969. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And like I said, there's lots to talk about, not just with Grand Bahama, but also in the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
And here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844. All brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. And don't forget, all fashion suits are discounted for a limited time at both Fine Threads locations, Top of the Hill, Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. And don't forget, both those locations available for you 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. $169 on all fashion suits, all right? Fashion suits, $169, starting at $169. Great deals going on, limited time only. All right, and remember, that's for the suits. But if you want to accessorize, they got all the accessories to match. For more information, simply log on to findthreads.com. All right, here's what's blazing up the pages of The Guardian. CCA puts up Bahamas hotels as security. I guess they was listening to the show, eh? But move made to state enforcement of judgment made in Ismailians a favor. Story by Tanika Thompson. China Construction America sees are worth between $232.7 million and $355.1 million combined as a security for a stay pending an appeal of a New York court's $1.6 billion judgment against the company. Last month, a New York judge awarded the sum to Sarkis Ismailians BML Properties Limited after finding that CCA and affiliated companies committed fraud and ultimately forced BML out of its Bahama investment. CCA has appealed that ruling and received an emergency interim stay on the judgment. In documents filed in support of the state in New York appeals court yesterday, CCA's attorney Mark Goodman said the defendants have been unable to secure a bond because they are worth a fraction of the total awarded judgment. He said CCA would be forced into insolvency if the court allows the judgment to be enforced immediately. Well, judgment is the judgment. You knew this day was coming. How you was going to win or how you was going to lose. You should have been prepared. So, if it was me or you or Mr. Producer, insolvency, here we come. If you ain't got it to pay, hey, sell it all. I mean, there was no fear of reprisal or having to play victim later on or saying, hey, we ain't got it when it was all going down and it was getting snatched right from under Mr. Ismailian's nose. There was a lot of kiki and ha, but now, laugh now, cry later. That's what we say in the comedy game. That's the situation that was going on right here. It's time to free up. And if you can't, then do what, like I said a long time ago, give up your assets. You don't have the money, you got some hotels, we'll take them. It's just like Monopoly. Free it up. Immigration delays. All right, you know, it kind of set off on the show last week. The topic was very hot. Joined by Travis Cartwright Carroll. The government has not restricted tourist stays in the Bahamas to 30 days, Immigration Director William Pratt said yesterday. Pratt was asked to respond to concerns raised by winter residents and other visitors who said they were not only allowed in the country for 30 days, but normally they'd be allowed to stay for several months. We can get to that. I'm sure we'll talk about that today. Hanfield, government must do more to help struggling Bahamians. Story by Rachel Scott. You can check that out, but that's the obvious right there. But I'm glad Mr. Hanfield is reiterating the point. A lot of Bahamians are struggling, and a lot of Bahamians need help. Open by year's end, AG says. Attorney General Ryan Pinto said yesterday that a special court to address crime against juveniles is expected to open before the end of this year. Well, when it's open and it's working, we'll see it. Until then, more talk. All right. So we'll get a quick break in. Flip side of the break, we'll get down to Grand Bahama. And we'll be talking all things Freeport with Sarah Kirkby and Darren Cooper. And Mr. Producer, just let this run, man, because I ain't gonna lie. Had to pay the BPL bill today. MJ don't even open it no more. Last month, I had to take 3 iced teas, just to open it. Took 2 to open it, then 2 to look at it, and another one to drive on over and pay it. But yeah, so if y'all want to call in and give me some words of encouragement, I'll take them today, Because I am not one of them 80,000 that have seen a break on their BPL bill. Where it at? Please show me. Because I don't see it, but I mean, I feel it, but not in a good way. Let's get to the break.
Are you looking to save for a big purchase or occasion? Do you want your money to start making money for you? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Bond, the Bahamas Government Savings Bond. I am guaranteed to earn interest on your money with terms ranging from 1 to 6 years. Government savings bonds are available to all Bahamians, and for as little as $100, you can start to save for your future. The Bahamas Government Savings Bond, a safe investment guaranteed. Check out the Central Bank of the Bahamas website for details.
Take a juicy bite out of life with the new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich. From its 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, KFC signature ranch sauce, and fresh lettuce, to its cheddar cheese and smoky bacon stacked on a toasted brioche bun. You'll love this ultimate sandwich experience. Yes, the fried chicken experts have done it again. The KFC Bacon's pure spicy, but only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. The new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is here, and it's finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs, options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Are you dreaming of an EV? Now is the time. Easy Car Sales is offering unbelievable deals on 2024 models with end-of-year discounts. Plus, quick and simple in-house financing makes it easy for everyone to go electric. Take a test drive and experience the thrill today at EV City on Abundant Life or Gladstone Road. Step into a smarter, more affordable drive with Easy Car Sales, your trusted EV and warranty provider since 2016.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Lord have mercy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, well. Fire banner we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me bona fire banner we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they tried to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. The work goes for so long on them plantation, and me never get paid. Or gold they stole away, how many life them slay. Now them works and slap them in them face. Why are yes, you are your crook and good.
Well, we're back at you on the Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads. It's time now to get into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John's Shoes. And listen, let me tell you, John's got some great deals going on all right? They got the great Nike line in there, all styles, all selection, men, women, and children, 20% off. Be sure to check them out. They got great deals going on the sketches as well, including the work line. Yes, man, be sure to check them out. And don't forget, man, if you're an old school sneakerhead, you know what? I had to run by John's. For one thing, I had to get some proper dress shoes. You know what I mean? Got a function or two coming up. I had to upgrade a little bit. They got the Stacey Adams going on. So I said, let me, go old school, go retro. You know what I mean? Give me a little comfy pair of Stacey's. And boom, caught them at the corner of my eye. Old school. You remember the Patrick Ewings there, Mr. Producer? But he got them in the old school, like the New York Knicks colors and the Orlando Magic colors. And I'm thinking I need to add some of them to the collection, man. Because, I'm a sneakerhead. Get me some old school classics, some Ewings. Get the jersey, the old orange and royal New York Knicks jersey, like what they used to rock when Pat Riley was the coach. And they used to choke against the... But they fresh, man. Check them out at both John's locations, John's Plaza, Carmichael, and over there on the flagship store on Rosetta, all right? Both locations available for you 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And remember, John serving you is a pleasure. All right. So that being said, let's get down to Grand Bahama. Touch base with Sarah Kirkby and Darren Cooper. What's going on, Sarah? We got both Sarah and Darren. How are you guys? What's going on?
Darren made it.
Welcome.
I'm still on the call. I'm ready to listen to you guys.
Welcome, man. Glad to have both of you guys here. We got lots to talk about, especially from last week's show and those winter residents. So, Sarah, let's jump in with all the goodness that is going on in the Grand Bahama news this week. And then, Darren, you and I can chop it up as we always do. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
And please, let's go back to that 30-day thing.
That's where we going. That's why I'm telling you diplomatically. Hurry up. Let's get the fluff out the way. Let's go, Pollyanna.
Sorry, Pollyanna. So my is my gorgeous girl, Jonquel Jones, who was all over Grand Bahama. The only one who probably missed her, doing too many things. And just so pleased to see her. And I also loved, if you read our story today, she started out in the soccer program that my daughter and I both went to. So I was really pleased to see Mary Woodside Knowles talk about the program. She's been with her the whole time.
Mary and I'll be doing a great job at that program down there, man. They got to be commended.
Amazing. But I mean, I have met Jonquel before, and she's such an eloquent young lady. So it was just great. And it was huge to see everybody here going nuts over her. So it's kind of like a commemorative issue for us. It's a big issue for Grand Bahama. There's some lovely thank yous and 2 pages of full pictures of her going all over. Everyone has just been so thrilled about that. And then we have the news about a possible new ferry going out of West End. So I'm sure Darren will talk about that as well, by the young man, Omar, really great guy. So we're waiting to hear more about that after their town meeting. We have the opening of the 8 Mile Rock police quarters and 96 new officers. Can read about that in the paper today. We had the plane crash last week. Thank God everyone was okay. And what I thought was really wonderful was to hear about all to go and help. And so luckily they were in the Queens Cove area, which, so no one was hurt on the ground, as well as they were all safe, which is amazing. We have a little story in there about GB Power talking about their solar plants. They now have 2 solar plants online, with a 3rd one coming on soon and 2 more proposed to help stabilize their grid and also reduce the fuel consumption costs for the island. They had a stakeholder meeting event today, which I went to, which was very interesting, talking about what their plans are and their stability. So we'll be doing more on that, but they gave a very frank assessment of themselves today. And they talked about going green and how it will make a difference with our fuel costs, and gives us the most cost and things. And also about the huge stability issue they had this summer, and that they say they're not going to let that happen again, which was good to hear, but we're all waiting for it to happen, right? And we also have it'll be seen, but we're all hopeful. And we have a story on Grand Bahama Humane Society, a beautiful lady called Mrs. Cohn. Darren's probably very familiar with her through the Rotary Foundation. I know she does a lot of things for scholarships for young children, but she has been a huge asset to the Humane Society. In fact, it was she, I believe, who it was a huge full airlift, like a jumbo jet. It was massive. And so she's written a book, and all of the proceeds go to the Humane Society, Grand Bahama Humane Society, which is amazing. So I'm thrilled for them and for her. And then the rest of our story tells all about Jonquel, where she went to visit, seeing all her local schools, signing autographs, meeting everybody, and the wonderful warm reception she got from people all over Grand Bahama, her visits all over. And so it was fantastic. I was thrilled with her being here, and I am so proud of her as such a wonderful spokesperson for our country, but also what she's done herself is amazing.
And that, I mean, like I said, it was good to see her do her thing. Good to see her come home. Good to see her get, the positive, love from Freeport. At the same time, we were quite vocal. Yeah. So I'm glad, we kind of moved on from it now, though, in all things, because you hate to see at the end of it all.
No.
Generate from home.
I from what I understand,
hey, people are entitled to their opinion and how they feel.
They're entitled to their opinion.
It's all good. Ain't nobody mad at nobody.
No, so I just think she's just it's great to see what she's done for college and how she became such a phenomenal athlete, but she's always come home. And I remember seeing her after Dorian, as well as other basketball players or sports people that are Bahamian that always come home to help. It's a wonderful thing about Bahamians. I do believe we try to help each other as much as we can. So it's great. It's a really nice story. Issue. I would encourage everyone to pick it up today.
Now, what about the details on the proposed new West End ferry? Tell me more about that.
So I don't know all the details, and I don't know if Darren went to the meeting or not. What I understand is they've made a deal to go out of Old Bahama Bay. They're trying to refine it. There's 3 different levels of things they're looking to do: shipments, people, and there's also an advertising or marketing opportunity. So you've got to read the story to learn more. There was supposed to be a second meeting in a different area, I think maybe further up into think they had the first meeting in West End. They were going to have one in 8 Mile Rock, and that didn't happen. So we're trying to find out more on what's going on. But it looks like 3 young men that are trying to start a business, through that West End portal, which is huge. So I hope it happens. I don't know if Darren knows more. Do you know any more about it, Darren? I did not know all the details.
I have pretty much the same details that you have, Sarah. 3 young men. Yeah. Bahamians.
Yep, all
hoping
Bahamians.
To be able to start this company. One of them I know has been in the maritime industry for years. Another one who's been a business owner for over 2 decades. And then an investment officer who has, connected these 2 persons to be able to, connect to bring an added feature or options to the island of Grand Bahama, them using West End where the Ginsamere property was being constructed. They would have created some dockage facility where they can dock a vessel, carry over 100 pallets, 80 passengers in deck space, and pretty much that's it. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're hopeful. It's a nice additional ferry service. We'd love to get back up and going. I know would be huge for the island. I understand there was a little bit of issue down in the West End about how these gentlemen were doing it, but I understand that was all resolved. I mean, these are 3 Bahamians trying to get this company started. I think it's fantastic.
And from my understanding, they are just now waiting on all of the other criteria, waiting on the Hutchinson Vanport approval. This clause that was signed some years ago under one of our F&M administration where airport and harbor, a cruise port or another harbor facility has to be approved. They have the exclusive of being able to do that here in Grand Bahama. That's a clause that was put in place some years ago, but they're just waiting on approval from Hutchison now to be able to set sail.
Gotcha.
So where do we go? Just wait and see then.
I think they're just following government approvals, right?
No, they're not waiting on government approvals anymore. They've met all of the other. As Bahamians, Sarah, we see the DPM and we see the DPM and other noise about I don't know this and I don't know that. They would have followed all the necessary. They met port.
That's what they said. Yeah, right. So I thought
they met port.
I was like, why is there a problem if they've done all their due diligence? What's it got to do with the government?
Because we have government officials who just narrow-minded and feel as if everything got to go to them so they get their kickback, turn around, and rub their palms. But as Bahamians, you only got to follow certain procedures. They would have met the criteria for the port department. They would have met the criteria for the Ministry of Finance, Customs. They would have met the criteria for the Immigration Department. All of those satisfactions was met. They met with the relevant authorities. They got all of the approvals. They're now just hoping to be able to get Hutchinson Vanport approval. Once they get that approval, they're ready to go. Vessels in hand, and they're looking to employ 13 Grand Bahamians. Hopefully, those would be from West End. There are 4 different platforms, 3 of which can benefit Grand Bahamians from a business standpoint. They have a trucking where they can truck the items from. This is what was said in the meeting. They can truck the goods from West End to wherever for a cost. And then you can buy deck space on the vessel that you'll always have a deck space at an affordable price. And then you can also be a part of the ticket sale agent right there in West End where you can sell tickets for the vessel. And those 3 platforms will be government licensees where you can, make your money on your side.
That's great.
Now I see you got some new recruits, Sarah?
That's great, isn't it? Beautiful pictures of them all lined up. 96 new officers.
So what does that really mean? How impactful is that going to be?
Well, I mean, let's see. I don't even know how to answer that. I think it's great that they've all gone into the program. I don't know how that works. I mean, is that obviously because you have to replace people every year who retire? Got new people coming in. Let's see what these young recruits will do. Darren, you got any thoughts on that one?
No, no thoughts on it. It's always good to add. I just hope that we hire or we recruit officers that has good intentions and gone there to do right by the American people. But no further comments on that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think we're good on that one.
All right.
I do.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about something that's not in the paper. I want to let people know that they have started working on this Sixth Senses development. They have already put a fence up now and closed off the area, and the landscaping, or not landscaping, but the grading of the land has begun, which I think is super news for Grand Bahama. So very positive. Gotta laugh at one thing. It's amazing to me. I don't know, Darren and Naughty, how you feel about this, but I feel like we've talked about Sixth Senses and Weller development coming for a very long time. And, I realize you're just one station in many, but we talk about a lot. It's been in the papers and the news. I swear it amazes me how many people don't know about it.
That's how they go. That's why, for me, even though there was a town meeting talking about the road closure, you're gonna have that one person who's gonna spark that conversation about foreigners coming and taking away our access to road and they just change your whole narrative. And when you would have been, this is a part of a new development, yada yada yada, and just goes from there,
Yeah. I mean, I had to explain to the guy who's putting the fence up, one of the workers, and he's like, "What are they building here?" I'm like, "A hotel and 28 residents. It's massive. It's huge. It's like one of our biggest investments." And just amazing to me how many people aren't reading and looking at and in the papers and knowing things that are happening. Like Naughty with this 30-day thing. I've just seen WhatsApp conversations just spark up, and I was like, "This has been happening for 2 to 3 weeks now. Where have you people been?"
Yeah.
And that's,
Naughty.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Naughty.
No, finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I had something totally different. I was changing the conversation.
Go right ahead.
Well, I don't have something that's in the papers, but of course, there's a story that I've been following for the past several weeks. The Collab unit, which is a unit of the Ministry of Grand Bahama, where they would have formed a housing facility partnership with other private business owners and nonprofit organizations that renovated these houses. And the design of these houses was to be able to shelter families that find themselves homeless. And what is so amazing, or what is so interesting, is you will take a family from being homeless. And the program is designed where they house the persons for 6 months. During that period, you would try and get them a job, or do everything within your power to get them a job based on their qualification. And then you would allow them to sing to something called their own. Well, there's a family. There's a family of 4, single mother with 3 kids, would have been evicted. Of course, they would have gotten an extension to stay, but of course, no job was found. The Ministry of Grand Bahama just requested the resume again this week, which they had from the very first time she moved in, and so she's now being evicted. She has to be out of the place by Thursday of this week, with no place to go. So the reason for her having to leave is because they have someone else who needs to get in. So you take one from being homeless and put another one back to being homeless. Of course, I visited the facility yesterday to try and get some details from the office manager. And the receptionist would have said that the office manager is out of office. Well, I called today to say that receptionist, because she told me that the office manager was out of office. She was terminated for talking to me, to Darren Cooper. So that's the type of stuff that is alleged being done.
What?
The Ministry of Grand Bahama Collab unit, which is, again, the injustice that's happening, and no one's talking about it.
Oh, no.
But this is the same minister for Grand Bahama who said, we got to import work that residents and those who are unemployed can't find work. Can't find work. And so they would have taken this lady to court to have her evicted out of the place. So her and her kids, and she've asked them, because I've spoken to the lady direct, I've seen some documents. So I don't need to allege some things. It is factual, based on paperwork, that she was hauled before the court to be evicted. She would have asked them to give her until December to allow her kids to go through finishing their Christmas exams. And then she would have been more than happy to, at least get out. Don't care where she had to go, but at least they would have been in a comfortable environment to get their studies on, to get through this period of exams. One child is you have kids that are one of the kids are under the age, in grade 6 or under grade, whatever grade, but these are little children that you are putting out to put someone else in. So how did the program really work to help this family the way that it was supposed to, in being able to employ the mother and be able to house or to get a better housing? And so I think that should be something that should be highlighted and should be looked into. You can't say you're a caring government with a booming Grand Bahama, with all these tourist passengers coming and all these development happening, and people still can't find a job. And this young lady is qualified, got more degree than you could put a name to, but can't find a job.
Wow, that is just. If that's the case, I mean, that screams victimization, if anything. And that's where we're at. I mean, I thought we got rid of those kind of tactics back in the day. I thought people were tired of that. Get down to be that nasty. So somebody qualified, capable of doing a job, terminated because they had a conversation with you, Darren, allegedly. Do we still have Darren, or is he on mute?
Say it again. No, sorry, to break up.
All right, I'm saying, I'm just asking this question again. That screams victimization. I mean, we have a qualified person that was terminated because they spoke to you allegedly. I mean, that's crazy.
The lady showed up
the
to
real
my
estate
office
lady
today and said
Kathy.
that, Sarah, mute your mic. The lady showed up to my office today and she said that she wanted to inform me that she was terminated for talking to me. Now, again, Naughty, the only thing that the lady said to me yesterday was, I went in there and I asked her, I said, may I speak with the office manager? She said, the office manager is not in. And that was it. I left. And so while doing a live yesterday to bring this to head, I made mention that I visited the place and I was told that the office manager was out. And because of that, some lady said she was terminated for talking the collabs unit business by telling me the office manager is out. I'm entitled to ask if the office manager is there. She's a government employee. She's a civil servant. She has the rights to talk to me because she works for me as a Grand Bahamian. So this is the type of victimization that is happening at the highest order here in Grand Bahama, under the Ministry of Grand Bahama, because Collab is under that unit.
Wow. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads.
Hey, Nutty, how you doing?
I'm good. What's happening?
I just heard what Darren say, and that is sad. So that young lady could sue the government for wrongful termination.
Well, I mean, she has every right to, but I mean, what do you think the outcome of that could be?
She have a right to take that to court and sue her for wrongful termination.
Definitely.
All right. So that's what I called to say.
I mean, I don't see what grounds, for doing her job. I mean, somebody call in and say, hey, is the director there? No, the director's not in. Can I take a message? How is that grounds for termination?
That is above, that's not even victimization. That's wrongful termination. Okay.
Not, whether it's wrongful termination or not, is a clear indication that there's something that has to be hidden, that you don't want information. Partner initiative. When you go on the site, it tells you what is the design of Collab. It is to bring government agencies, businesses, non-profits, NGOs together to help the residents of Grand Bahama. That's what it says. What type of help are we giving? Or are we just racking up numbers and say, over the tenure of the Ministry for Grand Bahama's minister, we've had over 100 families we bring in and kick out? Because that's basically what you're doing. You cannot bring me in from being homeless and don't care that I'm returning back to being homeless after a period has expired. Yes, let me be fair. The young lady got an extension. Yes, the young lady requested for a third extension. The design of the program is to be able to get these persons employed on a job so that they would be able to take care of themselves. So that's why it's called transition. But if you didn't help me get the job, how is it that the program worked to better advance me? No, I don't expect for them to be there forever. But at least create, you got all kind of other government. You got beautiful Grand Bahama that's now placing people in schools and in government agencies. You got the 52-week program that the government is doing. You got all kind of government programs. And you're telling me that you could not get them on one of these programs to be able, and again, what is the backstory? She's still a Bahamian that needs help with 3 kids. 1 is an adult and 2 is minor.
I mean, at some point,
and let me say this.
Go ahead, Darren.
Let me say it for you. You know what is so sad? Because in my quest to find information about CoLab, do you know that the Grand Bahama Port Authority is a funder to one of those houses? They pay the full expense.
This keeps getting better and better, man.
The same Grand Bahama Port Authority what the government won't get rid of, who ain't doing nothing for the people, who ain't this and that and the other. But we know that the Grand Bahama Port Authority is funding the male house, one of the male houses in the back of town in Trip Circle.
Man, that is...
Even not just in Vampo. The Chinese, they got them funding one house too. We ain't talking that part of it.
Wow. Let me check the text lines real quick. Where are the kids' dads? They need to be before the courts. Naughty, please tell Darren not to let that office manager get away with that. This sounds like a Grand Bahama need to rally for this young lady like they did for the Murphy situation. That office manager needs to be fired forthwith.
Well, Naughty, the people who lobbied for the Murphy situation, 99.9% of them was PLPs. So I don't see the PLPs, those activists that cares about families for justice and Bahamians, going to protest against their good minister. Their minister? I doubt it. Yes, I know that it's wrong. And I'm only one person, and that's why I take on the responsibility to bring to the forefront what injustice is being done and how we have a government that say they care. And it's a new day, but are not delivering for the Bahamian people. Victimization is listen, it is so the style now that they understand that, yeah, I could fire you now, and the only thing you can do is take me to court, and then I can have the Attorney General who works for us to prolong the matter that it may never even see the daylight of court. But it's wrong, and you got Bahamians going through it. And when you talk about victimization to the highest, you got PLPs knowing that FNMs work in government agencies and they doing them bad. Of course, I know the FNMs done it when they were in power, but wrong is wrong. And I stand with wrong to bring it to light. And that is what's going on here in Grand Bahama, Naughty. And I don't want the minister to say as if she's not aware, because I was told after yesterday's live that the minister has offered this lady a first, last, and security to be able to get her into an apartment. No apartment landlord's going to take anybody without a job letter. So that even is a slap in the face. To say, I can give you the first, last, and security. Why don't you get the apartment for me on your job letter? Because she ain't got no job. Ain't no landlord in their right mind is going to do that. Because I don't want to bring in someone that's going to... And furthermore, when I see a Ministry of Grand Bahama check, first thing I say, you can't afford it, so I ain't going to let you in. Because then I have the problem to get you out.
Man, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot of things going on in Grand Bahama that just get no light, no publicity, no press. Like just kept in dark corners. And with no Freedom of Information Act and no Procurement Act, you really can't find out. You can't ask.
And there's so much queries, questions, and concerns about this collab unit. Is it a government fund program? The monies that are coming in as donation, where is it going? Where account is it going to? Is it going to the consolidated fund? All of these things. At the end of the day, when you would have taken this lady to court, did the Attorney General's office took the lady to court? Or who did? These are queries and questions. The young lady only got a summons, never got a court docket to see exactly what's going on. These are so much concern and never notified or even brought to light.
And here I was thinking we could get in the story about the winter residents and see if that got rectified from last week. But we got to get to the break.
Sorry, Pharaoh.
That's
Sorry.
all in there.
Okay.
Good stuff all the way across. But I think there is light at the end of the tunnel with those residents real quick. Correct, Sarah?
I think it's coming. I think it's getting cleared up, but I think it's been a bit of a nightmare for a lot of people.
But I mean, just the way I feel, let's get the clarification. If you come in for a month, take a month. If you come in from 5 months or 6 months, come on, let's get you some residency papers and work it out.
Yeah. No, I get it. And they've got to clarify stuff. I get that. But I think people also need to take effect. We need to not upset people that are coming to our country all the time. And, you got, I don't know, I'm sure there's an even way about it.
Want to make sure.
Resolved. Be clear. Have a rule.
And make sure it don't mess up the bottom line. That's the most important thing.
100%.
Appreciate both of you all's contributions. We'll do it again next Tuesday, man. Have a great rest of the week in Grand Bahama.
Thank you, Naughty.
Cuban Willie's numerology report coming up on the flip side of the break. And in the 5 o'clock, we'll be talking sports. So keep it right where you got it. The Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, life-saving innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic, your destination for care. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Take a juicy bite out of life with the new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich. From its 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, KFC signature ranch sauce, and fresh lettuce, to its cheddar cheese and smoky bacon stacked on a toasted brioche bun. You'll love this ultimate sandwich experience. Yes, the fried chicken experts have done it again. The KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is available in original recipe or spicy, but only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. The new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is here, and it's finger-licking good.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Buenos dias! It's Tuesday, and it's me, Cuban Willie, with your numerology report, brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and the lucky 4 balls. The lucky 4 pelotas today is really easy. It's the 4753. 4753. Play it and win in the Island Game. Stay winning, my friends.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you than cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, the Cleveland Clinic, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, Grand Bahama News, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Anyway, we'll be back at you on the Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads. Mr. Super Producer still is trying to be, moonlight as a DJ. But listen, I want to thank you, Mr. Producer, for giving me my WMF question mark moment of the day. Because I appreciate it, because I was, man, whee! Anyhow, we're into the 5 o'clock hour. We're going to get into, today in sports history. Pearly should be zooming in. Let Pearly in. Pearly in. All right, Pearly. Listen, what's up, brother? Everything good?
You know what, Naughty? Every once in a while I think.
Wow. That sounded really bad. Don't really say that on air no more, though, okay? But anyway, go ahead.
So, somebody said to me today, so Pearly, how Naughty reacted to that cut up they told last night. I said, listen, Naughty already put the bait out there. He done telling everybody in the world, he don't care what Dallas does. He wants Dallas to tank, so you guys do not tease him all season. He's already saying that. I said, that guy is brilliant. He is brilliant. You take all that pressure off you from people teasing you about the cut-ups Dallas got, and you throw it there. I don't care if we win. I want to lose everything. I want to do this. Really good. Good stuff, Naughty.
Pearly, you forget. You've been there too. I have been 1-15.
Yeah, I remember.
Bottom of the barrel. I've been to the top of the mountain. And I know how to get there. And it's so interesting you brought that up, because the ride home today is with Colin Cowherd, Michael Irvin, and guess what they talking about? Deion Sanders to Dallas. Now, I might not be buying into that all the way yet, but I am buying into, you look at the rest of the schedule the Cowboys have the rest of the way. There's only one team on there that don't have anything to play for. That's the Giants. Everybody else is going to need in their playoff position or division race. So Dallas could very well end up at 3-14, or 4-13, which would definitely put us inside the top 5 or top 3. And
I think you guys will win more than 4 games. I think you'll probably go like 6.
Pearly.
6 and
no,
6
Pearly.
And
no, Pearly. Not when you're putting players on the shelf by the 2s and 3s today. We lost a couple more. Zach Martin's not going to play the rest of the way. Shutting people down. I'm starting to see the handwriting. I don't know if other fans can see it, but they're going to try to do it. Not openly come out and say, hey, we're going to tank, but now we're going to blame injury. We're going to continue to make McCarthy the lame duck, and we're going to, once Jerry gets that top 5 pick, he knows how to spin it. He is a master salesman, and obviously, Will Clay will be foaming at the gills, because obviously he does one thing the Cowboys do well is draft. So you got a lot of positions like you and I discussed, the outside of tight end and quarterback. You got a lot of good players at a lot of key positions that you can pick best player in the draft and improve. So
you don't need a quarterback. You got Joe Ferguson. Ferguson is a pretty good tight end that you picked up.
Yeah, Ferguson is all right. So we're okay there. And we still got Schoonmaker from Michigan, and those two could work in tandem. So
and that kid last night, what's his name? Sample Ford or something like that. He had a good game last night.
No, the tight end. Brevin Ford. I mean, something Ford. Yeah, he came in undrafted free agent. But he did well. And he played well as well, too. So we got a lot of young talent. We just need coaching. And the good thing about it is Mr. Khan and Jackson caught in Mr. Belichick. So that's a good thing. That allows him to go there, make the buku bucks, turn around the Jaguars, and we get a young, hotshot, wonderkin, offensive mind like your boy in Detroit, or Johnson, or your guy, Flores, over there in Minnesota. No, why I like Flores, he will make sure that defense, at the end of the day, his base is going to be covered. No. Same guy, but younger, and maybe a little more creative. Maybe a little more outside the box. Maybe a little more cultured because he had a gig in Miami. Not taking away from Belichick's legacy, but he's old in the tooth.
And I really don't know if Belichick is all that, you know. I still believe it was this.
It looks that way.
After Brady left, what has New England done since Brady's left?
Nada. Now, I don't know who this texter is.
But Brady left and won himself a Super Bowl.
Correct, in Tampa.
Okay.
But boy, Purdy, like I always brag, we got the biggest and the best listeners here. And listen what this text is trying to do right here. And I appreciate you listening to the first hour. And I appreciate you having jokes too. Naughty, you need a Freedom of Information Act for the Dallas Cowboys. You need to know what's going on with them. The Dallas Cowboys are causing you a lot of victimization. You are being victimized. Thank you for listening to the first hour, texter. Very good. Way to combine it. Way to call it back like comedy. I like it. Good stuff. And yeah, I have several good sources in Dallas. Todd Archer is a dear friend, long time. And Todd and I talk from time to time. And, I'll be honest with you. Tom Joyner, too, is another one. Sorry, not Joyner, Downey, Tom Downey. Not Joyner, Tom Downey. Joyner's another friend, but I mean from Morning Radio. Great podcast about the Cowboys. Listen, everybody coming out of Dallas is on the same page. Any fan with sense. We're not going anywhere. It's no point to get into no urination contest in the division because we ain't going nowhere. Not this year.
Urination contest. I love it.
You like it. Thank you very much. And I try. And so at the end of the day, we got to zone in on that top 5 pick. And maybe even lower. And at the end of the day, you do some drastic things. Drastic times deserve drastic measures. You can make trades with that pick. You can move up, so on and so on and so forth. So I need us to tank the rest of the way. Now, if it's a deflect this year to offer some, victimization and criticism, that's fine. But as you know, when we win or when we lose, we still tote victimization blows. So it is what it is. Yeah. Now, let me check this next texter. Did I do what? Naughty, did you do the Donald Trump dance last night after the Cowboys? Yes, man. Listen, the elections in the States came a little bit too soon. Okay? And I'll tell you why. 26 years ago. 29 years ago was the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. It was also the last time a celebrity lost their air in public. True fact. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson bit it off in Caesar's Palace in the ring. I wish Trump elections would have been called earlier in the year, like January, so we could have his ear getting shot off earlier in time for football season, and Dallas would have won the Super Bowl this year. But technically, now that the Trumpster's back making America great again, I feel indirectly he will make my Dallas Cowboys great again. So as a comedian and as a sports fan, go Trumpy. As a human being, as a far responsible member of society, dear Jesus, help us all. I pray every day. I'm scared. That sum it up enough?
Let me send you this little thing that somebody sent out to me. In 2020, Trump is president. Olympics took place. Dodgers won the World Series. Dak Prescott out for the season. Steelers in first place in the NFC North. Bills beat Chiefs in regular season. Chiefs win Super Bowl. 2024, Trump will be president. Olympics took place. Dodgers won the World Series. Dak Prescott out for the season. Steelers in first place in the East. Bills beat the Chiefs in regular season? Question marks.
Island Game, I'm sending 1,000 on the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Put it on a parlay to win the Super Bowl. Take the Chiefs on the money line and over in the game. Pearly, are you with me? Because if we burst that, we good. We take a little vacation. Wow. Vacation. Yeah, boy, I tell you. Mothers. That's some good stuff right there. I like it.
But technically, two things different. He will be president. It actually took place in 2021.
I know, but we'll take it. If it means Cowboys win a Super Bowl at some point, we'll take it. Listen,
we're not going to mess up a good story. We're not going to mess up a good story with the facts right now.
Right. Listen here, boy. And these taxes don't stop, but they don't give it a break, And I believe they're trying to jinx. We got some jinxes. You know what I mean? Check this one out. And I know what they're doing. They chum in the water. They must be fishermen. You know what I mean? They must like fishing on the weekend. Because check this text out, Pretty. What's up, Naughty? The beating you all put on the Steelers weeks ago caused them to get stronger. Thanks. That's either 52 or somebody chumming the waters. But let me use that as a segue. Could we please, and I know you're probably listening, could we get the cow dung eating Steeler to give us a call? We need to find out from the cow dung eating Steeler who you pull for in baseball, who you pull for in basketball. So cow dung eating Steeler, either text me or call in and let us know who you pull for in baseball so we can get this thing right all year round. Okay? All right. Now, I tell you, the only thing I can do the rest of the year, Wally, is troll Steeler fans. You know, that is my Super Bowl. Can you imagine if that's the only game, the last game we won for the year? Can you just imagine that? We tied with the Giants? Man, listen here, I got I trolling big fish then, boy. Lord Marlins and Dolphins and Wahoos and Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Everything.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so with that being said, let's get into today in sports history. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's, like I said. And don't forget, every Wednesday and Thursday, happy hour out there at Naughty Johnny's. Well worth Shopping Plaza, so be sure to check them out today. All right? And let me just pull it up. But that's interesting, Pearly. I like that thing you pulled up. That's very interesting right there. See how sports repeats itself?
Yes. I'll send it to you.
That's why I like to do Today in Sports History, because sometimes you look back and you be like, wow, it repeated itself. Like, for example, I saw Tony Dorsett make the longest run in NFL history on a Monday night. And then years later, I saw Derrick Henry make a 99-yard run. You know? So, at the end of the day, I like to see when it happens. Like, especially with the Dodgers, too. When you look at your pitches, there's a lot of similarities between events that happened before. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, I always keep an eye out because, you know, you want to see if it could repeat itself, especially in a good way. All right, let's check it out. On this day, 1906, London is selected to Olympics. 1932, Joe Kurshela scores 71 points in a college football game. 1951, how did I know it? Dodger news for you, Pearly. Roy Campanella named NL MVP on his 30th birthday. See that?
Cool.
1953, U.S. Supreme Court rules 7-2 that baseball is a sport, not a business. Pfft, I wonder what they do now. I wonder what they do today. All right, 1961, Houston Oilers quarterback George Blanda passes for 7 touchdowns in a 49-13 rout of the New York Titans at Jepson Stadium in Houston. 1968, New York Yankees pitcher Stan Bonzen wins AL Rookie of the Year. 1975, Red second baseman Joe Morgan is named NL MVP. There you go.
That's it?
That's it. Short day today on this day.
No sports quote?
No, I don't have a quote, sadly.
Oh.
But I'll have it for you tomorrow. It's kind of acting the fool today. I didn't get a quote, but obviously, you know, we could put one of Yogi Berra's quote and insert it there. Then they love Yogi Berra quotes. All right. See? Listen here. I knew. All right. Now let me save this number. Now I know the number. I can save it. All right. You pulled for the Pirates and the Lakers. All right. Now see, Pearly, cow dung eating Steeler is actually a Pirate and a Laker fan. So I guess in baseball, he likes the Pirates, and in football, I could live with that. And all right. So listen, give us a buzz or give us a text and let us know how you feel about the status of the Lakers right now. Since we all meet on that common ground, the Pirates, I can't be mad at you. You know, I went growing up, but I was fans of the Pirates. You had some great players. You had Willie Stargell. You had Bill Matlock. You had Dave Parker, the Cobra. You know what I mean? You had the Candy Man, John Candelaria. You had Kent Tekulve. You had some good players over the years. You know, and
you know, I saw
the great Roberto Clemente, one of the greatest ever, easily in the GOAT conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah. Cut down too short.
For real. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Yeah, brothers. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Muff?
Yeah, Naughty, if he's a real Pittsburgh fan, then he should know guess how they have Baltimore number, guess how the Bills have our number. He should know the Browns got their number, and the Browns could beat them Thursday night. I go with the Browns.
I know about that, but maybe the Bengals, though. Maybe the Bengals might block their eye for sure, but I know about the Browns.
The Browns have played them hard, but it beat them, but the Browns have played them dead hard, but they don't beat the Browns.
The Browns actually do.
I need the Browns to win. That'll pull them to 3-7. And even though you got the tiebreaker over there, they might feel froggy and try win another one by the end of the year.
And I'm seeing Donkey team is surprise you.
This is true. True.
Yeah, and they say Mike Tyson fight harder Friday night in that same stadium than the Cowboys fight last night.
None of them fought on because the two of them ended up with L on their forehead. So the two of them is losers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what they had in that game, man. 100?
Not enough.
Uh-huh.
I don't like games that close, 34-10. It was too close. They only blew them out in the second half. I wanted that over in the first half.
I used it as my...
Yeah, for real.
But at the end, there's a method to the madness.
The Lakers look good, but I go with Cleveland tonight over Boston.
Boy, I don't know. I think Cleveland. I think it comes to an end tonight too. They're due for a loss. They're playing good ball. Don't get me wrong, but they're due, and I think Boston got their number.
Well, I think they can beat Boston tonight. I think, but I like how Miami come up 19 in the second quarter. A hero can't on bad. But.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, Muff, and it is a good win to come back whenever you're down 20. But when you're down 20 in the second quarter, you still got the second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter to try and make that comeback.
And then to go up by 20, that's a 40-point swing.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good comeback.
But good slate of games tonight too in the NBA too. Some real competitive matchups. Spurs and the Thunder is a sneaky good game right there. Hornets and the Nets, that's entertaining. Both teams got horrible records, but that'll be entertaining again. I think that the marquee matchup is the Celtics and the Cavs. You got the Nuggets and the Grizzlies too. That's a good matchup. And the Lakers and the Jazz.
That's the matchup for the night.
Not so much. Lakers gonna blow out the Jazz. Jazz ain't that good. 3-10. They're not that good.
I saw a quote from somebody that this lady was commenting on how people say, the Dodgers bought the World Series. The Yankees bought themselves into the World Series. She said, but Cleveland has the fourth richest owner. They got billionaires who making all this money but don't want to spend no money on teams.
I don't know. I don't know why a lot of people cheap nowadays. You got some people cheap in ownership and some people got money and they want to spend it. I don't know which way we're heading with them.
And I believe in paying the players because people ain't coming to see the owners. They coming to see the players.
For real.
They coming to see the players. Yeah.
But I can't.
They ain't coming to see the owners, so pay the players. If you making $50 billion of me, give me one.
All right, let's get back to the phone lines. Talking Heads. Yeah. Talking Heads.
Hey.
Hello.
What's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Turn your radio down for me, brother. Yeah, turn your radio down for me, though.
I just want to let my boy know ain't that nothing. Boston got their number.
Boston got their number. No problem.
Cleveland, don't worry about that. We go with them.
The Celtics got them is what you're saying.
And then we repeat too as world champions.
You're running out a little bit too much now, though. I think about the repeat.
What? No, boy. When Boston started ringing off them 3-pointers on them. Huh?
You only got your Celtics to hold on to. Your Orioles let you down. I see why you're all in on your Celtics. It's all good.
Yeah, man. The Orioles let me down bad. I mean, they fall up in the championship. Only score one run. Huh?
You ain't want to tell me but fall up, man. My Yankees fall up in the championship, so don't talk. Anyway.
Yeah, that's...
I tend to think the Dodgers has outplayed them, but anyway, you can go with your fall up.
You fall up. Your cause is to fall up. Shut up. All right. But I can see it. I like the Celtics tonight. I know about the repeat. The jury's still out on that. A lot of compo left.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, man. We'll talk soon, bro. Pearly, I got a joke for you, buddy. And this is why I love Buddy Hield, in a purely platonic, brotherly kind of way.
No, did he?
Thank you for saying it before I did. But last night, there was like 3 seconds left in the game. And Steve criticized to leave Buddy on the bench. And they're in need of a three-pointer, and they go with Gary Payton to shoot the three-pointer. He clanks the three-pointer, they lose the game. They asked Buddy how he felt after the game about that situation, about not being inserted. And he goes, I feel like Tatum did in the Olympics. Well, mother, peeled me off the floor when I read that, and I could just see. Buddy looking at me, cause why? Cause what, I didn't feel like Tatum in the Olympics, boy? Huh?
Wow. I didn't understand how Buddy was on the bench. I think he just must have forgotten.
Buddy, one of the top 3-point shooters in the league, top 3 right now. Phenomenal percentage. Second leading scorer on the team behind Steph Curry, and he's the 6th man. And you let Gary Payton Jr. clank it up? Now today you got Warriors accepting trade offers for Gary Payton Jr. Wee.
Maybe let him put in there. Hopefully he hit that 3-pointer and somebody would have won him.
Yeah, I tell you, we got to get to that first break, right, Mr. Producer? All right, let's get to that first break, and we'll be right back at you. And we'll be talking sports on the flip side when we get back on the Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads, which continues right after this.
Oh, well.
Take a juicy bite out of life with the new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich. From its 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, KFC signature ranch sauce, and fresh lettuce, to its cheddar cheese and smoky bacon stacked on a toasted brioche bun. You'll love this ultimate sandwich experience. Yes, the fried chicken experts have done it again. The KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is available in original recipe or spicy, but only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. The new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is here, and it's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you want to look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, want to look great, then your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Lord have mercy. Oh, well. We burn a fire, banner we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they try to use me and abuse me, I leave them with the frown. Me burn a fire, banner we got Babylon and the free talk could have never.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, November 19th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. Pearly's in the building. Pearly, we can get into the picks in a second because we got to wrap tight today because, you know.
Yeah.
I
heard that Moxie, they had players only meeting at the Sixers, and Moxie, everything, always late to meetings, and he need to get his act together and be coming to stuff on time.
They need to hurry up, trade Embiid. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
You know? Now, speaking of big men that are out of position.
I think he's over. I'm beginning to think he's overrated.
Well, listen, Statboy been calling him Bumbeed for years. I mean, you know, at the end of the day. Yes. But anyway, check this out. There's a potential, you know, ripple in the force. And there might be some on the horizon. Hearing talks.
Disturbance in the force.
No. A ripple, not a disturbance, a ripple. Okay. It's a good thing. DeAndre Ayton may become available in Portland.
Mm-hmm. They go with him.
Now, Lakers smart. They get him as the rim protector. They guarantee double-double every night. AD goes crazy. And we get better.
Yeah, hell of a lot better to get him there. I'd be very happy with that.
Defensively, there's no pressure on him to be a scorer. All you got to do is rebound and block shots. And there you go. A lot of potential there, man. I hope the Lakers are looking at making those kind of moves, those right kind of moves. And listen, that Vincent experiment out of Miami, that's done. He needs to be traded with D'Lo whenever they package D'Lo up because, buddy, he's something like 0 for 36 in three-point shots.
I know one thing. Connect is the real deal.
Did you see it again last night? Did I not tell you?
The real deal.
That's Dan Marley 2.0, brother, because he was dunking on fools last night and he was jaying up. There was a series in the game where he came to the right corner, to the left corner, drained it, nothing but net from Austin Reeves. Then he goes to the left side or the right side, and Austin hits him again, drains it from there, nothing but net. And if you really want to go back in Laker history, you probably could attest to this. I saw it on video because I'm too young. But the last boys in the backcourt was Goodrich and Jerry West.
Yeah, that was many moons ago, yeah.
But they was bad, brother. They was off the chain.
Gail Goodrich, yeah.
And Zeke from Cabin Creek.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they got potential there. They did well with those picks. They really did.
I think Pat Riley might have been on that team as well, if I remember correctly.
Correct, as a bench warmer. But listen.
The Lakers are honoring Pat Riley with a statue outside Lakers Stadium.
My God, man, don't let it be the sculptor that did the Dwayne Wade statue. But listen, I like to get critical of the whole Bronny James situation. Well, listen, I got to go on record. Bronny James. Huh?
Should have stayed in college.
Bronny, no, Pearly. You got to give credit where credit is due. Bronny had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in practice today. So
you cool, Bob.
There's hope. Because he had 28 minutes in the G League the other night and had 5 points, 4 points, and 3 assists.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. His dad knew he wasn't ready for this, pushed the issue anyway for selfish agenda. That's why I have issues with talents like that. He should have stayed in college. Stay in college. You'll have a look coming out.
The problem with that is he probably would have been a second-round pick again next year anyway.
Correct.
Some kids coming out there.
But dudes in the G League trying to eat him every night. They trying to take it from him.
Well, I would. Wouldn't you?
I would for sure. All right, Pearly, we got to get to these picks.
Before we get to the picks, do you know that we have another freshman behemoth getting off in college?
VJ Edgecombe in Baylor?
No, not VJ. There's a kid named what's his name? Donnie Freeman. He's at Syracuse.
Yeah, Freeman been there for a minute.
No, he's a freshman.
Yeah, but I mean, I knew he was there for a minute from last year. From he declared
that he was like the sixth ranked player coming out of high school.
Yeah,
DJ
the two of them.
And he was 6.
DJ was 3 and he was 6. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's really doing well and getting off and really,
Syracuse is a great program to play ball in, man.
We should have a pretty solid team to challenge to make the Olympics.
For real. But we got to get him home. We got to make sure that we get him home and get him playing.
Yeah. But I've been watching. My cousin Michael told me about him. He's a Syracuse alumnus. So I said, let me check it out. This kid got some good game. He's like the number 1 player in his position.
Good stuff. I got to get into these picks, but it's all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And the Island Game reminds you that it's still all about the NFL Takedown promotion. You still got the drawing for November, which is $5,000. Drawing for December, which is an all-expense-paid trip to the Super Bowl in New Orleans for 2.
That's what I'm holding out for.
All right.
That's what I'm holding out for.
All you have to do is simply log on to theislandgame.com, click on their sportsbook, sign up for an account. Once you get verified, they're going to give you some bonus bucks to play with. Make a $20 play, single game or parlay, and you're going to be registered for the drawings. It's that simple. All right, it always pays to play and win with the Island Game, and they always remind you to play responsibly. All right, here's what we got, Pearly. Got NBA tonight. We got 2, 4, 6 games in the NBA. We both like the Celtics over the Cavaliers. I'm not touching the points. I'm going to take the Celtics and the money line.
Yeah, I'll take the money line, but I'll take the under.
Under 235? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be a defense game.
Charlotte's been hot lately. They've won 3 in a row. Give me the Hornets +3 on the road over the Brooklyn Nets.
I'll do the same thing.
Denver Nuggets +6 on the road against the Memphis Grizzlies. Listen, I like the Grizzlies to win this game. -6 tells me they probably got Ja Morant back. But just to play it safe, I'm going to take the Grizzlies and the money line against the Nuggets because the Nuggets have been underachievers so far this year.
Morant is still out, so I'm not even touching that.
Then that means they got Bane back. But to have them as a 6-point dog at home means they got some, other injured players back. So I'll roll my dice and take Memphis and the money line at home.
Yeah, but you got Ja and Eddie out.
Well, Pearly,
Edie, that's how you pronounce his name.
And Edie, that's all right. If Bane's in there, man, he'll be all right. We'll have some sort of scoring. The Memphis Grizzlies have played well while Ja Morant's been injured,
They have. I must
get dog at home. I'll roll the dice on them winning just outright without having to cover anything. And like I said, the Denver Nuggets have been underachievers. Pelicans on the road against the Mavs +12. Pelicans playing a back-to-back. They lost to the Lakers last night. They got to travel, go to Dallas. I like Dallas to win, but 12 is a big lay right there, Pearly. I'm going to take Dallas in the money line.
I'll take Dallas in the money line as well.
Oklahoma City Thunder -10 over the San Antonio Spurs. Something tells me the Thunder beat them by the 10 tonight, Wemby and them are playing good ball, but I think OKC covers it outright. They've been playing very impressive lately. So what say you in that one, Pearly? OKC or San Antonio?
Say it again. I'm taking the Thunder in the money line.
All right, cool. We got the Jazz and the Lakers. Lakers by 11 over the Jazz. I'm going to take the Lakers on the money line simply because they're on a back-to-back. They had to travel from New Orleans. They're in L.A. now, playing again tonight. I like the Lakers via the money line in that one, man. And the music's here, so that means we got a wrap. And we got a great take-home with Colin Cowherd and Michael Irvin, the state of the Dallas Cowboys. What should the Cowboys do? Should be draft. And then once we get it, there you go. All of that and more. If you're
thanks for the Sanders team.
Exactly. For Team Sanders, for father and son. That's it right there. All right, man. Well, Pearly's in Thursday and Friday. I have some comedy engagements I got to take care of. But, we'll be doing it live tomorrow, open line Wednesday. So be sure to check us out on that. And like I said, quick break, flip side of the break. Colin Cowherd and Michael Irvin taking us home. The playmaker in the building. Finally on Talking Heads. Good stuff. Mr. Producer, good stuff as always. Everybody who called in, chimed in, good stuff. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads.
Take a juicy bite out of life with the new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich. From its 100% premium 120-gram white meat filet, KFC signature ranch sauce, and fresh lettuce, to its cheddar cheese and smoky bacon stacked on a toasted brioche bun. You'll love this ultimate sandwich experience. Yes, the fried chicken experts have done it again. The KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is available in original recipe or spicy, but only available for a limited time at your favorite KFC. The new KFC Bacon Ranch Sandwich is here, and it's finger-licking good.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
La
Well, he's kind of going low profile today. You can barely see Michael Irvin, who has to go through American airports. You did not want to be spotted today.
Right. Yeah, I'm coming through, creeping and hiding, just like somebody looked at me and said, "Are you Deacon Moss from The Longest Yard?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." Because that's what I was trying to pull back up, Deacon Moss. If you think I'm a prisoner, you just let me get through here and leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Just let me get through
Okay,
here.
so I will say this.
Because that thing bad right now in Dallas, and walking around, I usually have my cowboy hat on, all that stuff, none of that. All black, just trying to get through now.
When Jerry is taking big swings, firing Tom Landry, getting Dion, buying the Cowboys, big loan, it's worked. When he's played it safe, I'm not going to get Derrick Henry at the trade line. I'm going to move Amari Cooper so we're more cap flexible. Jerry's a wildcat in oil. When he has taken big risks, I believe to get out of this mess, because right now, Michael, it's very unique. I'm going to name quarterbacks. They're all in their prime. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Herbert, Goff. Okay, you're not winning right now. I believe you have to, if you go 3-14, and I think it's possible, I'm hiring Dion, and I'm giving away the farm to get up to Shedeur Sanders. Am I crazy?
Not at all. Not at all. And I like it. I'm just telling you I like it. Now here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You say if you're going to hire Dion and give away the farm to get up and get Shedeur, I think you're going to be right there to get Shedeur anyway. You see what I mean?
Yeah, so
just
what?
By the way this season is going.
If you lose to the Giants on Thanksgiving.
You're not going to have to give up the farm. You're going to be pick 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Or certainly pick 1 or 2. You know, the way you're playing right now. At home, you're on an average, that 6-game losing streak. Home, this is why I'm dressed in black. We can't even come up with anything at home. Prior to this 0-6 at home, we won 16 in a row.
You just were at the Colorado game. You're close with Deion Sanders.
Right. I spent Friday with Jerry, Saturday with Dion, and Sunday praying for the union. Let me just be real with you.
Do you think Dion, and I think he loves college, but if his son and Travis Hunter are gone, do you think Dion would listen to Jerry Jones' call if he offered him the job?
I think Dion, if Jerry and the Cowboys up there around 1 and going to get Shedeur, if you want somebody to follow footsteps, you got Shedeur, you get Dion. I absolutely believe that happens. Because
you do.
Dion understands how important it is to have that relationship with your quarterback.
Yes.
More important than anything else in the world on the next level is that relationship with your quarterback. If you don't believe me, ask the New York Jets and all the people that are disappearing over there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that, and Dion understands that.
Good point.
Dion understands that.
By the way, what do you make of that Jets? They fired their GM today. What do you make of Aaron and the Jets?
The Jets, I said, messed up when they tried to make Aaron Rodgers the main thing. Instead of keeping their main thing as merely a run team that played great defense, that needed some guidance at quarterback.
Right.
And that their fight was to go find a quarterback that can come in and make the few plays that they need. Throw the ball 25 times a game, not just 55 times. You know, the first 6 weeks of the season, they were in the top 3. Now, they realized they messed up. So the last 4 weeks, they've tried to come back from all the throwing, but it's too late. They allowed Aaron Rodgers to pull them into his fight of trying to prove to everybody, the woke crowd in Green Bay, that I still have it, instead of Aaron Rodgers being added to their fight, which is a run game and defense.
They've got an identity issue.
Right. And they let Aaron Rodgers bounce around their identity. Now, you take a Super Bowl winning, all-pro quarterback, and you say, well, we don't have one of those. We'll just listen to what he says, and you got disaster. You take a Super Bowl winning, all-pro quarterback that has stumbled, and you give him to the Pittsburgh Steelers, where there's a coach who has already set the order. We already got our identity. We're running the ball and playing defense. And Russell, can you make a few plays for us?
That's interesting.
That's the difference.
So
that's the difference.
Mike had created
made
the identity.
Russell join his stuff. Aaron Rodgers made the Jets join his stuff, and now they are in disaster.
That's a really good point. That basically Mike Tomlin said, because I've argued forever, people think Brady was the savior of Tampa, but as Tom knew, that was a loaded roster.
Boy, you know what? That's a good point,
Stafford came to L.A.
That's
he wasn't the savior. They'd been to the Super Bowl.
That's a good point, too. That was a good point.
When Russell went to Denver, he was viewed as the savior. Aaron to the Jets.
Yeah,
there is
right.
no such thing unless you're Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen to be the savior.
What you're saying is nobody's giving up the savior. Nobody's giving up a savior. By the time you get him, he's no longer a savior. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a disciple of the savior, but he's no savior himself.
Right.
You see what I mean?
So you like the Steelers, what they've done with Russell?
I love what the Steelers have done. And the move that Mike made at 6-2 going, when the kid was all
Justin Fields, 4-2, they moved off.
4-2. I mean, 4-2 move off for Justin Fields and still go and get what he's got in the last few weeks.
That's hard to do, by the way, Michael. We have a winning record and move off the popular kid that everybody likes.
Oh, and because, if it didn't work, if it doesn't work, they're gonna chop you up and chew you out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it worked in an extraordinary way. And I loved how he did the other day. And honestly, I love the kid, and I'm praying for the kid. But Mike Tomlin, thank God they won that game the other day.
Yeah.
Or we would have been back on the kid again, Justin Fields. Like, you see why Mike Tomlin made the change.
Yeah.
Even that little 1-yard slide early, that early 1-yard slide could have cost that game.
Yep.
Could have cost that game. And that's what Mike is saying. I just want the guy to not make the mistake that's going to cost me a game.
That's right.
Just hold on to the ball and not make the mistakes that's going to cost me a game. Luckily, they were able to get that first down and win that game.
Okay, let's talk about the Lions. So you played on a Cowboy team. When I was a kid growing up, the Steelers in 1975 had about 9 Hall of Famers. The Cowboy team you were on had 4 or 5, 6 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
You start looking at Penei Sewell, Amon St. Brown, Jared Goff.
I love this.
When he's healthy, Aiden Hutchinson, the Branch, the safety. You start looking at that team, Detroit. You've been on one of those.
Right.
When you go into the game and it's like, we'll be playing with a lead every Sunday. Do you think the Lions, are they peaking too early? Are you concerned that they're not being pushed back a little? They're rolling over teams now.
Right. Now, let me tell you when I look at the Lions, I said, because I said this, last year on Undisputed, and when I saw them, I said, man, it reminds me a lot of our young team. Because young talent everywhere. And it's not just they got young talent. They love playing football together. Like, we love playing football together. When we were coming up, the early Cowboys, 90 Cowboys. Now, the difference here is Jared Goff. Which Jared Goff are we going to have? There's a Jared Goff they let go from right out here in L.A. because they said you can't win the big game.
Well, a strictly pocket guy.
Right. And then they won the big game without him. So that's the stain on him. Now, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder, Jared Goff is. And he's going to need that chip so he can remove that stain. Now, which Jared Goff do you get? That team I'm talking about that we were with the Cowboys, we ran off 7 straight victories with Steve Berline at quarterback one time. Remember? Steve Berline at quarterback, we ran through everybody. We got in the playoffs, and we lost to a Detroit team in the playoffs. Steve Berline had great talent. And we would have won a lot of games with Steve Berline, and we would have got some playoff games with Steve Berline, but we never would have become a dynasty with him. Troy Aikman took us to the dynasty level when we got him back. Now, Jared Goff has the range to be Steve Berline or Troy Aikman. If he stays Steve Berline, they'll continue to do this and just get in the playoffs and never get there. Right. But if he turns back into the number 1 pick of the draft and become Troy Aikman, playing within himself like Troy played within himself, then this Detroit team can do some of the things that 90 Cowboys team did.
Okay, so I want to get into this whole Jake Paul Tyson thing. So the thing we talked about before we went on the air, can you talk about that or no?
What Jake Paul? And, yeah. The uppercut. Yeah, I've been saying, I saw somebody.
Okay, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, although many are proven true, so that's okay.
Right. But you're an analyst.
That's right.
And any analyst has the answer: who, what, where, when, why. Who, what, where, when, why.
I wondered something during the fight. And what did you say to me before you went on the air today on a contract?
I said I was looking for Mike Tyson because he got me too. When he walked in that ring, I saw death in his eyes. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I see some scare." I was scared. I said, that don't look like nobody coming to play, right? And I was looking for that patented one in the body, uppercut.
Okay, so was I.
One to the body, one.
That was his uppercut,
right?
Or the drop shot.
That's it. You see, and when he hits that bat, it's boom, 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 and you're like, I want to see that.
So why didn't we get one?
We didn't get it.
Why?
Not a one. And then I heard I saw somebody read somewhere where somebody said it was in the contract.
No uppercuts.
No uppercut.
Seriously, I kind of buy this.
Yeah, they had it in the contract. Come on, guys. Why wouldn't Mike throw an uppercut?
If Nolan Ryan pitched in a game at 60 and never threw a fastball,
right,
and you'd be like,
sums up.
Well, what's going on?
If Mike Irvin had good knees and could still play football and didn't run a slant route, something fixed. That's all I'm saying. Something fixed.
So I know I watched it.
You got to stick with what you do.
Now, I know Mike had a blood transfusion. He almost died July 20th. And I said the fight should have been in March. His body was still recovering. He ran out of gas third round. But if you watch Tyson's career, the uppercut
was his patent.
It was the kill shot. It was, and he didn't throw one.
And once he hit you in that stomach and you just lean over a little bit, you set yourself up for that uppercut. And here it comes.
Okay, the other thing is Jake Paul, by about the fifth round, had a chance.
Yeah.
After what you said. Did Jake Paul say, listen, I signed a contract. He can't throw an uppercut. I'm not going to humiliate him. Because I agreed to a deal that Mike can't throw. Yeah. He can't hit cleanup. He can't bring the bomb.
Right. And I like that he did that. I like that he didn't go kill Mike. And which is funny because Jake gets a lot of hate and pushback on and I like the guy. I like him. I mentioned it on the broadcast. You got to honor and respect a man.
He works hard.
That hacks the whole game like he has hacked the whole game. That did it his way, then listened in your way, and still got right where he wanted to be. Deion Sanders is doing that in football as a head coach. He's doing the same thing. He's hacked the system. He said, I'm doing this my way, and you guys got to respect that. I mean, I think he's a brilliant guy. And he got kudos for me for honoring Mike Tyson. With that $20 million gift package and pulling up in the fifth round. I want
to go back to the Shedeur Sanders Deion thing. Now people will push back and say, "Well, what are you going to do with Dak?" And my take is Dak will have a market. Somebody will pay some of the contract, and the truth is, Denver has shown us, even with $50 million of dead cap money, Russell Wilson, if you get the coach and the quarterback right, you can still be good.
You can still be
because you're not paying Bo Nix for 5 years.
Right.
So you can handle that dead cat. And somebody would comment, Dak would have a market.
Yeah, Dak will have a market. There's no doubt. You
go to Dak before the draft. Where do you want to go? And we'll try to make it. We'll be good suitors. We'll go find the suitors. You pick the team you want. We'll try to get it there.
Yeah.
You just don't make it public so we have leverage.
And listen, I love Dak, and Dak has given us a lot of wins. And I'm sitting here listening to these scenarios, and I say to myself, wow, I would hate to see Dak go. I love Dak. But right now, when you look at the Cowboys as they are currently constructed, you got to say there's something that has to be done here.
Sure.
You can't continue to lose games at home at a 38-13 clip. You're losing these games 38-13 in front of your home crowd. It's just getting bad. So something has to be shaken up and be done. And Jerry has to get it done.
People don't understand how hard Michael works. So the last 3 days, where have you been?
Oh, first I did the game. I mean, the fight in Dallas.
Okay, that's Friday.
And then Friday. And I went
Saturday.
Went to Colorado Saturday.
Okay.
And came back Sunday, went to the Monday night game, and then flew here early Tuesday morning.
And you don't do the private
stuff? So I could be here with you. No, I don't do private planes. I don't know. I fly every day, and I'm still scared of planes. I don't know.
What do you mean you're scared?
Chris, stop laughing over there, Chris. I don't know, man. People, I'm telling you, man, when I get on an airplane and we hit turbulence, oh, my God, man, my anxieties get so bad because I can't control it. You know what I mean? I'm not in control.
How about a gummy?
So that person be next to me, oh, my God, they'd be so happy to be next to me, right? I can see them. They get the phone, they take them about, and they doing this right here. They trying to show people that's me, like, take it. And then we hit turbulence, I grab them. And, my hands are pretty strong. I grab them so tight, they're like, ooh, like, they ain't so happy to sit next to me anymore. They're like,
how about a gummy?
Scared?
You ever take a gummy?
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me the chance to tell people that on TV. Yeah, I took a gummy. Yeah, it didn't work quite like I wanted it to. I was still grabbing at everything.
Yeah, I get
any turbulence, man. I don't know why, man. I'm going to work on it.
It's some uncertainty of the what's happening. Can't control it.
And I live on it almost every day. I'm flying. Every day I don't know why I have this fear in me. My friends, right? They send a plane sometimes. They want me to come, and they'll send a plane. Be it the nicest plane, a G5, G6. I'll leave it right in the hangar and go get me a plane on Southwest Airlines. And tell them, come pick me up at the airport, man.
You know what?
Tell your pilot to fly the plane back.
That's why you relate, and you've endured. You're one of the people.
I'm one of the people,
You're walking through those crappy airports like the rest of us.
Yeah, just like the rest. So I can get the feel of the people. So I can speak with the people.
Yeah.
You can't get the feel of the people without speaking with the people. That's how you can communicate.
Okay, and you broke news today. You do believe, and I do too, that if Shedeur went to the Cowboys, Deion would accept the job.
I believe 100%. And I can tell you, good sources have told me that. Great sources have told me. That's all I can say like that without violating anything else.
The play, man. You know all that.
Lord have mercy. Oh, well. People na fire, banner we got Babylon and the free talk could have never get me down. And though they tried to use me,